High five. This is X5. Let's look at the Braves lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Acuna leads it off, then Albies, and then Freddie Freeman. Look at his numbers against the Phillies. He's one of a handful of guys that has had a successful year against the Phillies. The Phillies, though, have done a nice job against this Braves lineup during the season series part of it. It wraps up with Fultonevich, who is batting ninth and facing Aaron Nola.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman has great numbers against the Phillies, but not against Aaron Nola. We mentioned it in the open briefly, but it's a struggle for Freddie against Aaron. And I think this is where it would shock me if the Braves don't take a different approach to Aaron, especially Freddie Freeman. And by that I mean swing early and swing often.
Yeah, we've seen that approach from other teams.
I think that's Freddie's only chance. I think it's in his head right now that he struggles against Aaron, and we appreciate Freddie doing that for us.
Phillies and the Braves have split the 12 games so far. They've got the 4 here and then 3 in Atlanta. And that'll be next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Ronald Acuna Jr., what a year he's having. 37 home runs, 93 runs batted in.
From the leadoff spot.
From the leadoff spot. Incredible. He has scored 113 runs. That shouldn't be a shocker. And the first pitch of the night, he swings at it, and pops it foul. Out of play.
One pitch, one swing. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight from these Braves hitters.
Aaron, for his career, is 10-3 against the Braves at 2.46 ERA. And a high fly ball to left. The Braves will have a 1-0 lead. Again, we've seen other teams do this to Aaron. You swing early thinking he's going to throw a fastball early, and you don't see the curve, you don't see the changeup.
Yeah, now it makes Aaron and JT think, we can't, they're not going to give us strike one with a fastball. I mean, the first pitch he jammed him, he fouled it off to the right side, but down and away. Look where JT's glove is, and look where that miss is. That's just one talented young man to just put a swing on that one, Tom.
38 home runs, 94 runs batted in, and here's Albies. 7th leadoff home run this season.
Yeah, see now what you do. All right, fastball, he swung first pitch, second pitch, fastball, homer. Now what? Change up, first pitch, ball 1. Now Albie's got.
Yeah, the fastball command has been the issue for Aaron over his last couple starts. In fact, last time out he threw his fastball 45% of the time, his curveball 32%, and his changeup 23% of the time. To the right side, a base hit for Albies. Albies has hit in 6 straight against the Phillies. And he's aboard. And even though JT has dominated base runners this year, and he has dominated, Albies and Acuna for that matter too, those guys have combined for 49 stolen bases this year. That's why some people think that Acuna Jr. is the closest thing to Ricky Henderson that the game's had.
Yeah, Ricky had 140 by now. But
that's true.
Here's where you make Freddie Freeman a better hitter. Even though Cesar shaded him to pull, it's still that hole there with Reese having to hold out Ozzie Albies on.
Freddie Freeman tops in the league at RBIs with 115. One ahead of Josh Bell and Anthony Rendon. The knees on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Last time out, Aaron went 4 innings, allowed 5 runs, and struck out 6 against the Reds. didn't get a decision. Phillies wound up losing that game 8-5, and he was battling. He just couldn't find his command. Got a change up low, 1-1. This is what he has thrown on the season, 46% fastballs.
It seems like lately, though, the changeup has become more prevalent in his repertoire. To me, anyways. I know his last start here is what we're talking about.
Toward the right field corner, Harper gets to it quickly. Albies to third, and he's being held there by Ron Washington. Look at that throw. Is he unbelievable with those throws? Second and third. 32nd double for Freeman. John, this is not the way we anticipated starting this ball game.
No, but, you know, they came in hot. And that's what we're talking about right there. You know, Reese could play back. That's a line out. But because he has to hold Albies on, now he's got this guy coming up who, how about the turnaround he's done to his season?
His career. Amazing, right? Working on a one-year deal,
yeah.
$23 million. Hitting .262 with 36 home runs, 85 runs batted in.
Staying slow with Donaldson.
Not a bad move.
No. Done some damage recently on the fastball, especially the left center to right center. Staying up the middle, and I'm sure right here with 2 strikes, that's his goal again, is something hard up the middle.
Outside, 2-2.
You got to go back to that breaking ball, huh?
You might have to, because he could generally command it anywhere.
Only thing you worry about with Franco playing deep, if he hits one off the end of the bat and just cues it down there, Albies can just take off.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Donaldson. He throws him a fastball. It runs down and away, 3-2.
Let's see how much Josh Donaldson wants to drive in these runs. If he wants to drive them in bad enough, you can throw him a breaking ball right here and strike him out.
There you go. Ball 4. It just missed. Shocked he didn't go after it.
Well, he's hot.
So he could see everything.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball better.
Donaldson among the leaders in walk rate, which shouldn't be a surprise. Because when he's going good, he is going to walk a lot. It's kind of what his heritage is from playing for the A's for so many years. Here's Matt Joyce. Joyce getting a chance to play right field. Markakis is scheduled to get off the disabled list maybe this weekend. Remember, he was hitting the wrist against the Phillies earlier this year, and he's just now getting a chance to play. So Matt Joyce has been filling in, among others. Hitting .296 with 7 home runs for Brian Snitker. He's hitting .363 in 28 starts. Outside with a change, and it's 1-1. Still nobody out here in the top of the first.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was there. I mean, it was in the vicinity of being there. Threw him another changeup. It's 2-2. Johnny's definitely limiting his fastballs here. Maybe because he's falling behind.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to get that two-seamer at the hip of Joyce.
Many guys, when they fall behind, will throw more fastballs because they figure they got to get a strike. But for Nola, he has the command, at least he thinks, where he can throw his changeup or his curveball at any time.
Seems like his curveball changeup command's better than his fastball command right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Phil set up to turn 2. Joyce stays alive, pokes it foul. To the right side, that could be 2. Cesar flips to second for 1, over to first. It's a double play. A run scores, but that's huge to get 2 outs there. So 2-0 Braves, but there are 2 outs. No RBI for Matt Joyce.
All right, changeup. Is that another changeup?
That's another changeup, yep.
The changeup that stayed in, and you saw Joyce. Looked like Joyce was looking everything away. He spoiled the pitch before away. That ball just got in on him, and he had no choice but to hit it where he hit it.
Brian McCann takes outside. McCann .260 this year, 11 home runs, 42 runs batted in. He has hit 14 home runs here at Citizens Bank Park. The inside corner, 1-2. Plate umpire John Tumpain has one of the most casual strike calls you will find.
Let's hope we find out how, if he gets a little more energetic on a called strike 3 right here.
95. It's the hottest fastball he's thrown tonight in this first inning. Curveball swung on and missed. He may have gotten a piece of it. Nonetheless, he's down on strikes. The inning is over. 2-run score for the Braves. They leave one over at third. We go to the bottom of the first. The Braves nothing. The Phillies coming up for the first time.
Looking for hit number 1 from Franchi Cordero.
He struck him out. The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter.
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
Robinson Cano in his Mets debut. Sox one out to center. Back goes Robles into the gap to the warning track at the wall. And it's out of here. Robinson Cano goes deep in his first at bat as a New York Met.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done by the King!
That is absolutely clobbered. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb! Testing the limits of Safeco Field.
1-0 looking for a fastball.
In the air, right center field. The first one in the Phillies uniform is a bomb into the second deck for Bryce Harper. The Phils lead it 7-4. Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get down. He's in there. Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 club. Very nice.
2-0. Cesar Hernandez is heading to the plate to face Mike Foltynewicz. Let's look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Cesar does lead it off, then Real Muto and Harper. Middle third, Hoskins, Dickerson, and Segura. At the bottom third, Hazley, Maikel Franco making the start. Good numbers against Foltynewicz, who is 5-5, a 5.28 ERA. He received votes last year in the Cy Young race. He did not begin the year the same way he ended last year, but he's been good lately. He's pitching, John, for a spot in the rotation for the postseason.
Yeah, and you know, this is what you would think a guy could be a good postseason pitcher, because he's a power guy, 95 to 97, 98 at times. But that's the issue, fastball command. Can he command his fastball well enough to earn a spot in the rotation when the postseason starts?
That one spun towards second. Albies up with it. Throws out Cesar. One out for JT Realmuto. JT at 282. 23 home runs, 79 runs batted in. You can even hear it in the fans' reaction, just the appreciation of what kind of a year he has had for the Phillies.
Well, especially the last road trip. How many big hits did he come up with in that series? Even the games they lost, he came up with big hits. You know, the 2-run homer against Diaz in the 8th inning. They eventually lost in the 9th, but I mean, he's just been as clutch can be down the stretch here for the Phillies when they needed it most.
0-1. He was 5 for 10 in the series against the Mets. Didn't play yesterday. Off the hands, out toward left center. Albie says he has it. 2 outs here in the first. All right, so Bryce will take his time just to kind of give Nola a little bit of a breather. Home runs, 101 RBIs. The 101 is a career high, which I still find remarkable that that's a career high, considering he won the MVP.
Yeah, I think the year he won the MVP, didn't he knock in 99? I think
it was less than 100. Ball. Well, I'll tell you what, it is awesome to hear. Dan Baker back behind the microphone. Scott Pollard did a fantastic job. Those are tough shoes to fill. Dan is back for the first time since having his surgery.
It's like taking Cal Ripken's place, isn't it?
Tough one. There's Dan. I told Dan Plesac is here. We saw Dan.
Yeah.
And I told him if he needs to take a few batters off, Dan Plesac can do his Dan Baker
No one would
impersonation.
know. No one would know.
So Dan was behind the batting cage today, and he saw Tomas Perez, and he did his Dan Baker with Tomas Perez, and Tomas whipped his head around. Harper pulls it on the ground to second. 4-3 on the putout, and that was a quick 9-pitch inning. Phillies go down in order. We'll head to the second. It's 2-0 Atlanta on top of the Phils.
Two home runs tonight. I'd like to see a hat trick. I don't know about you.
Goldschmidt, high drive, out to left. You bet he's done it! 3 home runs!
Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way, way back. It's gone! The grandest of all home runs.
The fans are on their feet.
Now the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hitter.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David Bodie. And the Cubs have won the ball game.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run, Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left, back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
Rivera sets and deals. Strike 3, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves.
Out to see the Phillies take on the Braves this week with tickets starting at $9 tomorrow and Wednesday. Go to Phillies.com/dynamic deal to get your tickets. Two nothing. Braves on top. Dansby Swanson leads it off. And he takes a breaking ball inside. Swanson 3 for 18 against Aaron Nola.
He's off to a heck of a start. And then an injury.
And a line drive down the left field line. That'll head to the corner. That'll be another extra base hit for the Braves. Their third already in the first 2 innings. 22 doubles. Well, his heel didn't look bad on this. That's the injury that cost him a lot of this year.
No, but the location looked awful. And they had another fastball to a righty that JT wanted down and away.
Yeah.
And it runs in. And that's, you know, he probably didn't throw about a handful of those all last year. That's how good he was. And this year, command hasn't been as good.
Rafael Ortega swings at the first pitch. Franco will give it a look, and it's back a row.
Yeah, look at JT. He wants this ball down and away. And look where this baby ends up.
Yeah, it's kind of like the pitch in the first inning to
Acuna.
Acuna Jr., yeah.
That's one thing. If he misses with that pitch away, he gets another pitch. You know, you miss it the other side, you know, you're trying to throw it to your glove side, you miss it to your arm side, into righties, and you know, there's a reason why you wanted it down and away, because they think they can handle the pitch in. That's,
whoa. Off the net, thankfully, but then it kept on going with a lot of velocity.
Poor Jared Eichhoff, man. Like he hadn't had enough injuries.
Seriously.
There's one hop.
Hit Jared right in his left arm.
Thank goodness it was a left arm.
Was it Jared or Phil Gosselin that it hit? Hit one of them.
Are there any seats on the plane? Bunch of guys, isn't there?
Big plane.
Better be.
We're going to have to quarantine you anyway.
Oh, man, this is awful.
0-2 with a runner at second. Young fella feeling pretty good about it. Well, I guess you got to give it to his sibling. Maybe he's gotten him before. That one's on one hop to Cesar. He looked at Swanson. One out, runner at third. Fultonevich coming up. 1 for 25 this year.
Another hard hit ball.
Yeah.
That's not good. Faced 8 hitters and 4 of them hit the ball on the screws.
Phillies play the infield in with 1 out. Pitcher up. I'd throw him 2 more of those, John.
I don't think I'd mess around with anything else. He didn't look like he saw that one well, Tom. Here's the thing. Like, you don't even, if you're the Phillies, you don't even have to worry about a squeeze. Why would you want to risk it with this guy coming up on deck?
That's true.
He is a special talent, that young man, and just think when he figures this game out, he's going to get only better. He's going to hit 40, drive in 100.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss. Fultonevich is down on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. Acuna Jr. is coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, John, you just said it, a special talent indeed. We've seen it all season long for Ronald Acuna Jr. Had a terrific season last year and is just having an awesome this year. And he is trying to become, guys, the 5th player in Major League Baseball history to become a member of the 40-40 club. Now, the home runs have been coming all year, but how about the stolen bases? He started the season, you'll remember, in the cleanup spot for the Atlanta Braves, and then Brian Snitker on May the 10th decided to move him to the leadoff hole. Just 2 stolen bases before May 10th. After that, you can see they just came in bunches. 32 stolen bases since May the 2nd, and that is tied for best in baseball. He's got power, he's got speed, and trying to be in that very, very elite club. Only 4 other guys in the history of Major League Baseball have hit the 40 home runs and stolen 40 bases. He needs 2 home runs now and 6 stolen bases to get there. That's amazing.
And, you know, the thing about it, too, is that he's so young. If he does it, it's not going to be his last time doing it either. Pitch outside. I remember a story, though, where Mickey Mantle used to say, if I knew it was going to be that big of a deal, I would have done it every year.
Probably could have. This guy has the ability to do that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many times you hear, wait till you see this kid, wait till you see this kid, like the Braves announcers kept telling us for years, wait till you see this kid, wait, and then you see him, you're like, okay, it's real.
Yeah. Well, they're being careful with him. It's 3-0. So the 40-40 members are Canseco, Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, and Alfonso Soriano. Green light, 3-1.
Tell me that ain't respect for 20, what is he, 20, 21?
Mm-hmm.
3-0 changeup. With the guy on deck who's a lefty, who's already got a base hit, he's hitting almost 290.
21 years old. He'll turn 22 this December. It's 3-1 with a runner at third. And ball 4. So he'll walk, and they'll deal with Albies. Second walk issued by Aaron.
Like they had a really good lineup when Swanson was hitting second, but I think this is their best lineup with Albies hitting second. When you look at the numbers, 21 homers, 75 RBIs, hitting almost 290. I mean, he can hit a fastball, which you know he's probably going to get a few with Freeman behind you. I mean, these first 4 guys in this lineup it's dangerous.
Yeah, and I think as long as Albies hits, because he has gone through ruts, they can keep him here and move Swanson down to where he is tonight. Albies pulled a single through the right side his first time up. He pulls that one on one hop into right field, a base hit. Acuna Jr. is going to go to third. A run scores. RBI single. It's 3-0. Braves on top. Oh, it is a pick your poison kind of thing, the way these guys are swinging right now. From Marlins Park, the Brewers have taken a 2-0 lead. Lorenzo Cain is an RBI single. Cubs will play later in San Diego, and the Mets have jumped out to a 1-0 lead over Arizona.
That's not a good thing for the Phillies with Lorenzo Cain getting back.
Yeah.
Now, how much he can play down the stretch? Can he play 3 days in a row because of the knee injury? Who knows?
I think they'll ride him for as long as they can.
I think Lorenzo will play as long as he thinks he can contribute too.
Murph, I'm not sure if that was one you wanted to get your hand in front of.
I took that in consideration with my effort.
Very smart. Yeah, alligator arm.
Yeah.
You got caught on the net, Murph?
I did.
I hate when that happens.
And a line drive, base hit to left center field. Another run scores. Albies thinking about third, holds up at second. It's now 4-0 Atlanta. They've scored 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings. And they already have 6 hits.
Yeah. Now, this is what we talked about when Aaron's starting. You know, if the Phillies are going to, you know, we keep saying that. We have to win all his starts. But he's lost his last 3, but yet there's still only 2 out.
Right.
I guess this team is a mystifying team. It's, you know, you look at it, they split with the Reds, 4-game series, 2 games to 2, right? Then they lose the first game in New York. You're like, all right, well, who knows what's going to happen.
It was a tough loss, too.
Yeah, who knows what. Then they come back and win the next 2. Now they're only 2 out.
Donaldson walked his first at bat.
I think the fans are shocked. They've never seen this. Well, I haven't seen it often with Aaron. 1 2/3 innings, and
well, particularly against the Braves.
Yeah, 1 2/3 innings, 6 hits. Got away with one there.
Out to right center field. Hazley heading back. He's got room, and he puts it away. Side is retired. 2 more runs scored, though, for the Braves. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 men left. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Phillies down 4-0.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander has done it again. The second no-hitter in his young career.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball inside third, base hit down the left field line. Mazzara gets to third. Adrian going to second. He's got a double for 3,000.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done by the King!
1-0 looking for a fastball.
In the air, right center field. The first one in the Phillies uniform is a bomb into the second deck for Bryce Harper. The Phils lead it 7-4. Out on the run is Liriano, and he makes the catch. An amazing catch. Sails a throw back to first base, and this is in time on the fly from Ramon Liriano.
Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club.
Very nice, Jim Thome.
Giant Food Stores, official grocery store of the Phillies. Top of the third, or excuse me, bottom of the second. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Rhys Hoskins leads it off. It'll be Hoskins, Dickerson, and Gene Segura. Phillies trail it 4-0 here in the bottom of the second. Trying to get back in the swing of things.
8 more at bats, plenty of time. Now the Braves did strengthen their bullpen at the trade deadline, which was probably their only Achilles heel, wasn't it? The first half of the season, the bullpen.
I mean, yes, and their starters, because Fultonevich went down, I think was an issue too. But you're right, mostly it was the bullpen.
All 27 of them. Hope we don't see them all tonight. One and two to Rhys.
rips one down the left field line. Foul. That's the kind of run he's been on, John. Just a little too quick. Back to school means less time for everyone, but you don't have to sacrifice your Phillies. Stream the game while you're on the go. Presented by your Philadelphia area local Chevy dealers. Andy Rabel, got to be careful down there. We don't need you injured 2 weeks before the end of the year.
At least he made an attempt.
Yeah.
He didn't hide from it like Murph.
That's a good point. Andy agrees with you, John. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got it called. Strike 3. 1 away here in the second. And Corey Dickerson is coming up.
Perfect. Pitch was still up. Hittable pitch, but you know when you're in, foul ball, hook 2 balls fouled. Kind of are susceptible to that pitch after a while.
Corey Dickerson hitting .333 in his last 17 games. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Overall at .305. He has been an extra base machine and an RBI machine for the Phillies. He has 17 extra base hits. To the right side. Ball spun at the last moment. Albies handles it. 4-3 on the putout.
Oh, did we mention that they're really good defensively too?
Yeah, you know they are. Their numbers are good. You know, you go over some of the specifics. I mean, across the board, you got 13 errors for Donaldson. That leads the way. Swanson with 9. Albies with 4.
Didn't Donaldson, most of his come early in the season? I know he
on throws
made a few against us early in the season, from what I remember.
Segura will probably lead off tomorrow with the lefty Max Fried on the mound, hitting 6th here tonight. Cesar leading off. John, you're right about Donaldson. He's only made 2 errors since the All-Star break. 0-2 to Segura. And it's 1-2. Fly ball short right. And Matt Joyce comes in to put it away. 6 up, 6 down for Fultonevich. We played 2. We'll head to the 3rd. 4-0 Braves. Nola will go back to work against Matt Joyce. It'll be Matt Joyce, Brian McCann, and Dansby Swanson. Joyce grounded into a double play his first time up. Down the left field line, that'll be out of play. It's 0-2. Braves is a team hitting .259. They're 4th in the National League. They've hit 228 home runs. They are 7 home runs away from setting a new franchise record. But they're not alone. I mean, there's a number of teams. In fact, more than half the teams in Major League Baseball will shatter their own records. Just the way the game is now. Good pitch out in front. Strikeout number 3. 1 out here in the 3rd. And Brian McCann is coming up. Posted extreme notes make messages stick even in the toughest conditions. Water resistant and able to stick to almost any surface. Posted extreme notes hold up so you can get the job done. Order today from WBMason.com for free shipping and amazingly low prices. Who but WB Mason? Outside to McCann. No Murph to be found down there. Is that the same kid? That one's out to center field. Pretty well struck, but Hazley got a good jump on it. 2 outs here in the 3rd. And Dansby Swanson coming up.
Yeah, I don't think it's any coincidence with all the home runs that are being hit. Like you said, a lot of teams are going to surpass their all-time record in a season for home runs. But, you know, the ball has a lot to do with it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I know the game's changed with the launch angle and, you know, guys trying to hit more balls in the air, which is conducive to hitting more home runs. But yeah, we've seen some balls hit that you're like, there's no way that ball should go out, but it is. think Dansby Swanson hit one against us in Atlanta. Line drive to right center that went out. And when he hit it, you think, oh boy, here comes, with the way Dansby runs, probably a triple. And the next thing you know, it's in the bullpen out there. Like, you got to be kidding me.
There were a couple of them this week at Citi Field that I didn't think had enough to get out.
That one Conforto hit did, though.
That one Conforto, yes, it had enough to get out twice.
Yeah, baby went out and took the train and came back and went out again.
Swanson went around. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2.
Argo jumped in front of that rocket. Sure, Tomas is down there having a word with him. Just because it's Tomas.
Yeah, just because it's Tomas. That's exactly right. Ball 4. Swanson walks. Somehow he contorted his body to get away from that. 3 walks now for Aaron. And Rafael Ortega is coming up. Ortega, 285 with 21 home runs at AAA. He's played in 130 major league games in his career, hitting .232. This is his first season with the Braves.
He appears with this, just watching his swing, he's a dead pull hitter.
He sure does look that way, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that keeps his hands low and gets them loaded up, and everything's flying toward the right side. Hip, front shoulder.
Pitches by inning. It's been a heavy workload for Aaron. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's foul.
Uh-oh.
I don't think she was happy about that, John.
Well, you know, there's only one person to blame for that, and that's EY. I mean, it was a terrible throw. You know, he made the guy stretch. He tried to stay on the base. He fell over. Pants almost came down. I mean, there was a whole lot of things going on there, and it's all to blame the EY.
Yeah, Pants nearly came down. That's true.
So you'd have a little discussion with him after that. With, you know, if you're going to ask Reese for the ball, at least make a good throw.
Right.
Let's not embarrass people with that arm of yours.
Runner goes from first, pitches low, and JT lost his grip. It'll be a stolen base for Swanson, his 8th of the year. Now, Schaaf is the recipient of all that happened. And he's walking away happy.
And people know that I'm just joking with EY because we are friends.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
allowed to joke with my friend.
Yep.
And
John,
he knows it was a poor throw, Tom.
John, if you can't joke with your friends, who are you going to be able to joke with?
Well, Larry Anderson.
Good point.
Lord knows he's not a friend.
Swing and a miss. He threw him a changeup to get his 4th strikeout. The inning is over. The Braves did not score. Schaaf's happy. We got a baseball. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 Braves.
Rivera sets and deals. Strike 3, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander has done it again. The 2nd no-hitter in his young career.
Out on the run is Liriano, and he makes the catch. An amazing catch. Sails a throw back to first base, and this is in time on the fly from Ramon Liriano.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history. And building to this moment, world champions. Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club.
Very nice, Jim Thome.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball inside third, base hit down the left field line. Mazzara gets to third. Adrian going to second. He's got a double for 3,000.
Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody. I mean, nobody does it better.
We better start doing it better. Bottom of the 3rd, we got nothing on the board.
Zippo. Got to get that thing to ring.
Yeah. Well, he can get someone on base first. Make
That's true. Baby steps.
Foltynewicz pitch from the stretch.
Paisley pulls it to the right side. One away for Franco. Mike Kell getting a chance to start today. 8 for 25 with 2 home runs against Foltynewicz. Gabe said today that he feels like he's playing defense with confidence. He's swinging with confidence. I think it's true.
Well, and he has good numbers against Foltynewicz.
Yep.
You know, there's something to be said about getting sent down, and you either tell yourself, I'm never going to let this happen again, so your focus gets better, your concentration gets better, your at-bats get better. I mean, the minor leagues are fun, don't get me wrong, but they ain't here.
Yeah, they're fun when it's the process to get here.
When you know you belong there.
Yeah, and you don't know any different either.
Yeah.
Out in front, 1-2. Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble. And Messi. Ball's popped up foul behind home plate in front of us. Yesterday, our giant home run replay. This one was a no-doubter.
That's big boy land up there.
It sure
Second
was.
deck. It's our giant home run replay. Let's hope we have a couple more of them tonight.
That one's tapped in front of the plate. Mikey only thrown out. 2 outs. Well, John, this isn't going well. Phillies have 1 ball out of the infield. It's JT's pop-up out to shallow left center.
That didn't go out by much.
Let me correct that. They have 2. Segura hit the fly ball to right. That's right.
Aaron's been swinging a good bat lately.
Aaron's been swinging the bat better lately. It's a foul ball.
You know, they got the scouting report starting off 115 hitter with a breaking ball. It doesn't seem like that should be fair, but they must have got that.
Nothing to gimme.
Fastball numbers.
2-2 pitch. And a call. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts from Fultonevich. He has dropped the first 9 hitters he's faced. We'll go to the 4th. And the Braves leading the Phillies 4-0.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact and then there's that.
That is absolutely clobbered. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Testing the limits of Safeco Field. Center. Way out of here.
Oh, Margot, my goodness.
Ichiro to right and deep. Back goes Parra, and it's off the wall. 3,000 is in right field, and Ichiro is racing for third. And he's done it.
Looking for his first hit of the year.
He drives one. Deep left field. Back goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened.
Looking for hit number 1 from Frenchie Cordero.
He's stuck it now. The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter.
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
For the 2020 season, well, now's your chance. The Phillies ball girls are looking for athletic, energetic, and community-driven women to serve as role models for our young fans. Applications are due by the end of the 2019 calendar year, with tryouts starting in early 2020. Interested applicants should visit Phillies.com/ballgirls. Well, you not only get a chance to be here at the ballpark, but you also help out and do such a great job with all the community events the Phillies have going on around the Delaware Valley. Mike Fultonevich hasn't allowed a base runner on the mound, and now he's going to try to hit for the second time. He struck out in his first at-bat. Aaron Nola finally had a clean inning in the third. Looking for a back-to-back clean innings here. little different style for Fultonevich this time, John.
Yeah, he's looking like kicking it, Tom. You know, lead off, he was trying to, get one early, try to make it a 5-0 lead.
Yep. That one's flared out to right center. Cesar backpedaling. And he puts it away for the first out. Monday, September 23rd, it's time to stand up to the powerful and fight back. Starring Jimmy Smits and introducing Caitlin McGee. Bluff City Law premieres Monday, September 23rd on NBC 10. I love Jimmy Smits when he was on NYPD Blue and LA Law.
Take your word for it.
Go back and watch it on the next
no, I'm good.
flight. He's also the president on the West Wing.
Take your word for that too. I watch True stuff. I watch Swamp People. I don't have time for that.
You don't like make believe.
I don't like make believe.
I got you.
Wrestling.
Bless you, Carl. Carl and John are both sneezing today. Somebody's going to get sick in the booth.
You're right in the middle of us.
Inside, 1-1. Uh-oh. Maybe he's jumping on his tail.
It's a strong tail, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of strong, Acuna Jr. hits one out towards center, even though it got down toward his hands. There are 2 outs here in the 4th. Ozzie Albies will stroll to the plate.
Tell you what, you have to, you think about this team at, mid-March they took over this division and hadn't looked back? Or end of March, mid-May? Yeah, March. I guess they didn't play in mid-March. Games that counted.
Well, Phillies had first place until the end of May.
Yeah.
That one's out to center. But the Braves, once the Braves overtook the Phils, that was it.
Well, think about what Brian Snitker did to Acuna when he had to bench him for not hustling.
Yeah.
That tells you something about this team.
1, 2, 3, go the Braves. We'll head to the 4th. We see, Iggy. It's 4-0, Braves on top.
Two on, 2 out. 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10. He's just keeping the ball away from Bohr the whole game. He wants to get it. There, ball
behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Cespedes on the move. He's not going to get it. And it rolls off the side wall, and they're going to wave home Kendrick. The throw to the plate is there.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
they got it. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get down. He's in there.
The fans are on their feet. Now, the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hitter.
Down 4-0. They do not have a hit yet against Mike Fultonevich. He's retired the first 9 batters that he's faced. Cesar with 149 hits. Back in the leadoff spot, which he was in all of last year. He's starting to become a little more patient. For more on Cesar, here's Greg Murphy.
All right, thanks, Tom. Well, batting in that leadoff spot for the 23rd time this season. Ever since Andrew McCutchen went down with his injury, Dave Kapler and the staff have been trying to figure out who would be best suited to be in that leadoff role. They tried Cesar first, and Scott Kingery and Gene Segura and Rhys Hoskins and Bryce Harper have all gotten shots at it. But Dave Kapler has said time and time again that he thinks the lineup is the best if Cesar Hernandez is at the top of the lineup. I had a long conversation with Cesar today about a couple different things, but we talked a little bit about him being atop the lineup. He loves it there. He feels very comfortable there. He's a .275 career hitter in the leadoff spot. As you mentioned, spent most of the season last year atop the lineup. So he enjoys being in that spot. He enjoys the challenge. And for Gabe Kapler, he says if Cesar is productive at the top of the lineup, it just stretches the lineup out so much more. You get him up top, and, you know, you look at tonight's lineup, you see a guy like Gene Segura, who also has close to 150 hits this year, batting 6th tonight. It just gives them a little bit more depth in the lineup, and that's why they like him up top.
Yeah, tomorrow, Gene will bat leadoff against the lefty Max Fried. At least that's the plan right now. I think it's more of a focal point because Cesar's numbers are good as a left-hander, too. 3-2 to Cesar. And that one's out toward left center field. Acuna Jr. crosses over. Puts it away, 1 out. And here's JT Realmuto coming up.
I think Cesar was happy with that 3-1 pitch.
I don't think so, yeah.
Like caught the line.
JT popped out into shallow center his first at bat. Jason Vargas will start tomorrow. 0-2. There's Jason. Ground ball foul. Phillies baseball is always live with MLB At Bat. Follow the action with game tracking and video highlights, along with up-to-the-moment stats, standings, breaking news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. It's your #1 source for Phillies baseball. Well, if you're going to go get some crab fries, this is probably the opportune time to do so.
Yeah, most people when JT and Bryson come up to bat, they're in their seats. Lines at the concession stand probably aren't as long.
Right.
Timing's everything.
Over to the left side, fielded by Donaldson. 2 outs. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery's new scratch-off Mega Millionaire. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Well, month by month, the Braves were under 500 after the first month of the season. Phillies were 3 over. Phillies were hot through May. They were 6 over in the month of May, and at that point we're still in first place. But then they started teetering, and the Braves went on a tear. They won 20 games in June.
And that's when catch-up started. Now it's, you don't even concern yourself with the Braves right now as far as trying to catch them. You got to worry about Arizona, Milwaukee, Mets, Cubs.
0-2. Even though 2 games is not insurmountable by any stretch, but you still have to jump over the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
The Brewers are obviously there too.
And
doesn't make it easy.
Well, and the teams that they're playing now, the Braves won a clinch early, and they still have an outside chance of the best record in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
And then you play Boston, who pretty much is out of it, but they still have something to play for. I mean, pride.
And
it's
fire
only 2
Dave
games.
Dombrowski.
Yeah, it's 2 games. Then you got Atlanta back in Atlanta. Then you got Cleveland, who's still playing for something.
He went, says the third base umpire, Alberto Ortiz. John Topane is trying to tell Bryce to back off. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. They are still without a hit through the first 4 innings of tonight's game. Here is the pitch and the check. It was close. Phillies are retired in order in the 4th. We're on to the 5th inning. It's 4-0 Braves.
2-0 pitch. Swinging. There it is. Here comes Osmus. The start is tied. Mitch wants to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get 3,000 hits.
Line drive, back up the middle, base hit for Christian Yelich. Deep down the right field line and gone!
And Yelich comes through again.
It's a cycle for Christian Yelich.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run, Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way, way back. It's gone! The grandest of all home runs.
That's number 30. Where will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? Those aren't just home runs. Those are moon shots.
Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club.
Very nice, Jim Thome.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2.
We start the 5th. Freddie Freeman leads it off and takes a pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Freeman is 2 for 2. He's doubled and he's singled. He's also driven in 1 run to give him 116 runs batted in and 17 hits this year against the Phillies. Curveball hit sharply on 1 hop. Flag down by Cesar. 1 out here, the 5th. And now Josh Donaldson.
Got him rolling over.
Yeah. He did roll over.
I almost rolled Cesar over with that 1 hopper.
Josh Donaldson signed a 1-year deal in the offseason with the Braves for $23 million. Some thought the Braves were crazy to give him that much money because he's been banged up so much the last couple of years. But he's obviously healthy, and he's having the kind of year that he was putting together on a consistent basis with the A's and with the Blue Jays. To a certain extent, it might even be a little bit better than some of those years.
Got off to a slow start offensively and defensively, but you said it, only 2 errors since the All-Star break, and the offense is really picking up.
Well, it's 2 outs here in the 5th. Donaldson's not happy. 5 strikeouts for Nola. It's a good pitch.
The hitter's always the last to know, Tom.
3 balls and 1 strike. And there's ball 4. So Joyce walks. Brian McCann's coming up. What'd you do today? Well, went and had some ice cream with Matt. Who was holding his camera? I don't know. Some guy took it.
Is that Murph out there?
You think Murph was holding the camera?
No.
Brian McCann takes a strike.
Murph's got the bad elbow working. Very concerned about my little friend.
His elbow's bothering him?
Barking.
He's not the picture of health like you and me.
He can learn something from us, Tom.
That's right.
It's not all yoga and fava beans. Sometimes you have to have
Thank
a little.
goodness it's not.
Sometimes you have to have a little grease.
0-1 to McCann. 0-2.
My parents have forbid me to play with either of you guys. So.
Joyce is back ahead of the tag. EY is right in the first base coach's box, directing Matt Joyce as to what to do.
Looks like he's in punt formation. What the heck are they?
He was a punt returner.
Yes, he was. A good one, too.
Lance Barksdale, first base umpire, is blocking for Eric Young.
Why do they even have those lines there?
They look good. Little tapper out towards short. Charging is Franco. Plenty of time to throw up McCann. And the inning is over. That's 5-3 on the put out there. No runs, no hits. And 1 man left. Middle of the 5th. The Phils in search of their first hit.
Cespedes on the move. He's not going to get it. And it rolls off the side wall, and they're going to wave home Kendrick. The throw to the plate is there.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
they got it. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
2 on, 2 out. 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10.
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get down. He's in there.
And they're going to wave him around. The throw misses a cutoff man. Shoulder to the plate. And the play, Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop.
Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around here. You know, I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
The fans are on their feet.
Now the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hit.
Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Well, the Clearwater Threshers finished at 500. They were 68-68. They finished in second place. Alec Bohm played part of the year there, hit .329. Ortiz, 19 home runs, 65 runs batted in. He really surged at the end. From a pitching standpoint, Kyle Glugoski, a 1.88 ERA. They led the league in attendance. How can they not? It's a beautiful place to go. And now, bottom of the fifth inning, the Phillies will send Rhys Hoskins, Corey Dickerson, Gene Segura to the plate. Speaking of Rhys, time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. And Rhys, 141 starts. He joins Freddie Freeman, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Ozzie Albies. 4 guys that are 140 or more.
Yeah, and I'm sure that at some point, Brian Snitker would love to get a few days here for all 3 of those men, even though 2 of them are still really young. Freddie's not an old man, but just to get them off their feet for a day or 2 and get them fresh for the postseason.
Speaking of getting them off their feet, that's why Scott Kingery's not playing tonight, because he just felt like it might be a good day to get him off his feet with the righty on the mound. He'll play moving forward every day. Rhys fouls it. It's 0-2. Phillies trying to get their first hit, first base runner, get something going against Fulton Evans and the Braves. Aaron Nola's kind of settled in, so he's gone 3 scoreless innings out on the mound, which is a good thing. Bettis starts the throw in the pen. That one is foul and far. Whoa. Ricocheted all the way back down to the lower level. Fly ball left field. Ortega started back. Now he comes in. And he puts it away. 1 out here in the 5th. Updated Citi Field. The Mets now lead the Diamondbacks 2-0. Ahmed Rosario. An RBI single. John, did you know yesterday that the 2 teams combined for 110 foul balls? The Mets and the Phillies. The most in any 9-inning game in MLB in at least 20 years.
Wow.
Somebody went back and figured it out. 110 foul balls.
That's a gentleman that has no life, Tom.
Had to be more than one, right?
I would imagine there's a whole team of people.
There were a lot of foul balls.
Probably why it lasted 4 hours. And
yeah, 1 minute shy of the longest game for the Phillies. It was the longest game for the New York Mets. Dickerson lifts over the air to deep right field. Joyce going back, and the no-hitter and shutout off over. 10th home run of the year for Dickerson. The Phillies are on the board. It's a 4-1 game.
Said it. He's been an extra base machine. Just adds to that total for the fight and build. Again, it's the same issue Aaron had when he gave up the home run to Acuna Jr. Missed location with the fastball.
Breaking ball, 0-1 to Segura. They're going to loosen things up a little bit.
That's the start of something really good. Still hasn't pitched from the stretch yet today.
He is not. To Segura. There's Rick Kravitz, the pitching coach for the Braves. He's pitching coach.
Always looks like something hurts him, doesn't it?
He's always squinting, looking up at the board or something. Segura strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts for Fulton-Evans. And now Adam Hazley, who grounded out.
Change up. Is that what that was?
That's some movement on it.
Yeah, it was weird.
One ball and 1 strike. Yeah, that was a changeup, John. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hazley. And that one's hit sharply out to center. Acuna going back. It's going to be run down. That was a heck of a play. He turned a couple times to look to see where the warning track was. But good closing speed. The Phillies did get a run on a home run by Corey Dickerson. They thought they might have another extra base hit, but Acuna Jr. was there. We'll go to the top of the 6th.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way, way back. It's gone! The grandest of all home runs.
Looking for hit number 1 from Franchi Cordero.
He struck him out. The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter.
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
Out on the run is Liriano, and he makes the catch. An amazing catch. Sails the throw back to first base, and this is in time on the fly from Ramon Liriano.
Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, it's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship. They win the World Series, 4 games to 1. Can you believe it?
That's number 30. Where will this one land? Concourse again. Are you kidding me? Those aren't just home runs. Those are moon shots.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie.
Team's base runners, and once again, they're all being taught a lesson. Entering September, JT Realmuto led all Major League catchers, throwing out 34 base stealers, and it's double the total of the next closest National League catcher. The Phillies' weapon nailed a career-best 3 Pirates in one game and became the first Phillies catcher to do so since 2007. Some lessons are hard to learn. We're enjoying it. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Cotton Candy's going down smooth despite the fact the Phils are trailing at 4-1. Dansby Swanson leads it off. Bottom third for Aaron Nola in what is most likely his final inning. 86 pitches. Swanson has doubled. He's walked so far. Aaron's walked 4, struck out 5. Good curve. Just missed off the outer edge. That was the 2-seam fastball. It's a pitch that he hasn't thrown a whole lot in tonight's game. It's only the 4th he's thrown. But then again, a lot of righties. 2-2. There's another one. Strike 3 right on the inside part of the plate. 6 strikeouts for Nola.
Well, he threw the 2-seamer away. 2 consecutive pitches. 1 for a ball, 1 for the second strike of the at-bat. And then he throws that breaking ball. It starts at Swanson. Breaks over that inside corner. Beautiful pitching by Aaron in that sequence to Swanson.
Ortega takes strike 1. It's 0-1. Ortega has grounded out. He has struck out 0 for 2 so far. He's got a long stride too, doesn't he?
Long stride, long swing. I mean, at some point you think he would go the route of Cody Bellinger and just stand on top of the plate, look to do damage with every pitch. If Aaron throws him a backdoor breaking ball right here, I don't know how he's going to hit it.
Swing and a miss, a 94-mile-an-hour heater. 7 strikeouts for Nola. It's a shame he's getting stronger as this game's going on. And I say that because he's probably done after this half inning.
And first 2 innings were chore for Aaron. A lot of pitches thrown. That's what we talked about right there. I mean, that's a tough pitch for a lefty to get to when you're opening up like that.
Foltynewicz takes in. Cole Irvin starts to loosen in the pen. Foltynewicz just seemed to content to, take a pitch there. Kind of came out of his shoes a little bit, trying to make some contact on that one.
Yeah, both of them left the ground, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
I'd like to say I've never been there, but I'd be lying to everyone, Tom.
I think he's been there more than you, though.
This game.
Ground ball to third. And Michael Franco has it. Fultonevich taking an odd route to the bag. A 1-2-3, 6th inning. Aaron Nola out 4 in the first 2, nothing 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Phil's down 3.
That is absolutely clobbered. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb! Testing the limits of Safeco Field.
2 home runs tonight. I'd like to see a hat trick. I don't know about you.
Goldschmidt, high drive, out to left. You bet he's done it! 3 home runs!
Well, that is 50 cents. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get down. He's in there.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done by the King!
2-0 pitch. Swinging. There it is. Here comes Osmus. The star is tied. Mitch wants to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get 3,000 hits.
And by Jefferson Health, call 1-800-JEFF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. 4-1 Braves on top. Mike Fultonevich out warming up. Our Toyota turning point. Well, it's essentially been what Mike Fultonevich has done through 5.
Yeah, Tommy's been really good, except for that solo home run to Corey Dickerson. Other than that, I mean, a lot of ground balls. Not a lot of hard contact by the Phillies. I'll tell you what he's doing, too. A lot of off-speed pitches early to get ahead. And he has been really, really good. They got to go get him now.
Yep, 68 pitches, 5 innings, 1 hit. He retired the first 13 hitters that he faced. And Rick Kraditz got to be happy with him. You know, we said that he struggled to start the year. Prior to his demotion, he was 2-5 with a 6.37 ERA in 11 starts. But since his return, he's 3-0. The Braves are 6-0. He's allowed 5 home runs, counting the one tonight. And will now face Michael Franco. Looks like Jay Bruce out in the on-deck circle. At the top of the order.
That's what we're talking about right there. He's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches to get ahead.
Pitch was down. Probably going to throw it again.
I would think.
Check swing. I think that one was better than the what he called a strike.
Yeah, that was a tough one to take with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Fultonevich. There's one out, and Jay Bruce will be pulled back. Brad Miller will pinch hit.
He laid off a tough one to pitch before. It's tough to lay off 2 of those. That was looked like he threw that one a little harder with a little sharper break.
Pivetta continues to throw in the bullpen.
Another off-speed pitch to get ahead.
Well, tonight, the splits look like this for Foltynewicz. He's thrown 5 different pitches. Leads 1-2 to Miller. Off the hands, over to the left side. That'll spin away from Donaldson. Miller had no idea where it was. It'll be a pinch hit single. Second hit of the night for the Phils.
Take that, ball.
Yeah, really.
Well, the shift taketh away, but it also giveth, Tom, and that was a gift.
He had no idea where it was.
No. And that ball got down by the label, and he's lucky it carried past 90 feet. If that didn't carry past 90 feet, it probably would have bounced foul. Yeah, when in doubt, just take off. Someone will tell you to go back if it ain't fair.
Well, now Cesar, who's 0 for 2, and he takes outside and high, 1-0.
Now it's going to be interesting to see. 6th inning, and this is the first time Foltynewicz has been from the stretch.
Yeah.
Might not be as sharp. His command might not be as good. Maybe we can take advantage.
Change up. Down the left field line. And it's 1-2. Up in New York, the Mets taking a 3-1 lead over Arizona. Pete Alonso is 46th and 47 home runs. Again, the rookie record, Major League record, is 52 by Aaron Judge in 2017. He's got the National League record. Fan coming to the yard today. Great logo. Kind of out of place. And a called strike 3. Cesar thought that was inside. John Tumpane thought it had the line. 2 outs.
I think Cesar was right there.
6 strikeouts. Take a look at pitch cast. Pitch cast says it hit the line. It's close.
Pitch guys might have had a drink or two before that call. Well, so much for sharpness.
Yep. It's doing just fine from the stretch. Here's JT. He is 0 for 2. Popped out, grounded out. Nola's night is done. 4 runs, 6 hits, over 6 innings. Donaldson just barely throws Realmuto out. Gabe Kapler says, hold on, let us take a look at it. Looks like he got him by about a step. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left. We're on to the 7th, 4-1 Braves.
Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, it's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship. They win the World Series, 4 games to 1. Can you believe it?
This one's hit a long way again. That's number 30. Where will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? Those aren't just home runs. Those are boom shots.
Looking for his first hit of the year.
He drives one. Deep left field. That goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened.
Here's a ground ball right side. Could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history. And building to this moment, world champions.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run, Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
Ichiro to right and deep. Back goes Parra, and it's off the wall. 3,000 is in right field, and Ichiro is racing for third. And he's done it.
Time now for our Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. Braves scored the first 4 runs of the game against Aaron Nola. Aaron lasted 6. He struck out 7. Really settled in the last 4. Tough first 2, though. Mike Foltynewicz has struck out 6. He's only allowed 2 hits and a run on a home run by Corey Dickerson. His 10th home run of the year. So now as we go to the 7th, Nick Pavetta's going to try to keep it right where it is. Nick in his 28th game, he's 4-6, an ERA of 5.28. And he will face the top of the Braves order. Acuna, Albies, and Freddie Freeman. Acuna is 1 for 2 tonight. He is homered. He has scored a couple of runs.
And he just missed one his last at bat. Got in a little bit on him, flat out to deep center.
First at bat, though, to start the game. StatCast AI powered by AWS. 1-1. What a 2. Okay, taking a look at some of his matchups.
They're like an offensive coordinator.
You know, in this day and age, I think that managers and coaches do look like offensive coordinators. They're looking at all kinds of matchups. You know, what guys match up well against others. Two and two to Acuna. And time is called. Nick has got a man, he's got a good fastball. And he throws one in the dirt, 3-2.
He better have more than a good fastball with these first 3-4 hitters for the Braves, especially this one and Albies and Freddie Freeman.
Ball 4. There's the leadoff walk. That's the 5th walk by the Braves tonight.
And now you got to concern yourself with the stolen base. And you can't just think, you know what, I'm going to throw a fastball down the middle in case Acuna Jr. runs, because the Albies can take you deep.
Toward the mound, caught it in the air by Gravetta. His throw is a little high. I think Reese was on the bag.
I think he tagged him on the head.
Well, either way, I think his foot was still on the bag when he made the catch. That kind of shot putting it over to first. Well, I don't know. It's really hard to tell.
I don't think he's on.
I don't think he's on either. Looking at that. We'll review it. I think at this point in the 7th inning, they're probably thinking it's close. Let's take a peek. Ted Barrett, the crew chief, there he is. He'll be joined by the other veteran umpire, Lance Barksdale, who made the call. There are a couple of things they'll look at, not only when the catch was made where his foot was, but then when he landed and did his foot go back to the first base bag, which you probably can't see with this one. So he's got the ball in his glove. It's hard to tell whether his foot's off the bag, but then he lands. Yeah, it looks like Acuna's foot is on while Reese's is still off.
I just don't see where there's anything you can overturn it.
No, I don't think there's any way you could overturn it either. Big guy to the left will make the call. Ted Barrett at one point was a boxer. Said, okay, thank you. Here we go.
Well, kind of what we thought.
Freddie Freeman now the batter. Freddie is 2 for 3. That one's lined out to right field. It's going to go to the alley. Cut off by Harper. They'll get the throw in towards second. Acuna goes to third. First and third. Freeman's got 3 hits tonight with 1 out. Josh Donaldson's coming up. Let's go to Greg Murphy.
All right, thanks, Tom. Time for our T-Mobile Connecting to the Game. You want to know what kind of season Josh Donaldson has had? How about this list? Braves who have had at least 30 doubles, 35 homers, and 90 walks in a season. Josh Donaldson on that list. Chipper Jones did it 3 times. Dale Murphy back in 1985, and Eddie Matthews back in 1953. That is a solid season across the board.
Yeah, so I think in a lot of ways surprising, but not surprising to Donaldson. And he hits one out to right field. That is well hit, and it is gone. Opposite field home run. 7-1 Atlanta. Well, unfortunately, the Phillies did not keep it at a 3-run deficit. "37 home runs for Donaldson, 88 runs batted in."
Fastball out over the plate. I told you about his ability to hit the ball off fields and hit the ball off fields with power.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a no-doubter.
Outside to Matt Joyce. He's got the umbrella now, John. Bringing the rain.
Yeah, bringing it.
So much stuff to pack.
That might be one of the little compactable things.
Yeah.
That'd be my first thought when I was packing up my gear to go on a road trip.
Yeah, let me get the umbrella for the
umbrella.
Dutch would like that.
Yeah, no.
Vuk
and Bo would have loved it. Yeah.
Well,
hey, you know what though? It's a different game. It's a different time, and you know, it's a lot of creativity. And
JT zips the throw over to first.
A lot of free time.
Awful lot of free time.
Well, here's the deal. Here's my thoughts on all this. These guys can't go out with all the phone things and, you know, iPhones and video camera things on their phone and audio, and guys just can't go out. So when you sit in your room all day, you have to come up with things to occupy your brain. And so I'm sure that's what probably 15 of those guys down there probably thought, what can we do when Josh hits a homer? Because he's hitting a lot of them. So why not?
Somebody bring the umbrella.
Well, they have to do it here. Like we would have done that in a bar somewhere.
Right.
They can't do that.
It's an excellent point, John. We would have done it in a bar somewhere. Outside, 2-1. And after your own mullet.
Bottom line, yeah, I tell you what, him and Charlie Black. Can you imagine him and Charlie Blackman on the same team?
You were going to say bottom line what?
Bottom line is, man got 37 home runs.
He does. Give him credit for bouncing back and staying healthy.
Doesn't hurt that guy to his left is on base 9 gazillion times a game.
Yeah, Freeman has now scored 110 runs this year. 2-2. And McCann takes inside, 3-2. Pivetta says he has it, and does. The inning is over. 3-run score on the 3-run home run by Donaldson. 7-1. Braves as we stretch.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. out, 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10.
Robinson Cano in his Mets debut. Sox one out to center. Back goes Robles into the gap to the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here. Robinson Cano goes deep in his first at bat as a New York Met.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball inside third, base hit down the left field line. Mazzara gets to third. Adrian going to second. He's got a double for 3,000.
Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club. Very nice, Jim Thome.
He's just keeping the ball away from Bohr the whole game. He wants to get it.
There, ball behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Here at Citizens Bank Park, congratulations, Tom McCarthy, as he got his plaque for the Irish American Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2019. Induction back on June 28th, of course, at Foley's New York Pub and Restaurant in New York. Dale Murphy went in that day. Brian Sticker, the manager of the Braves, also a member of the 2019 class. Tom McCarthy, and well, partner, congratulations. Well-deserved. Absolutely well-deserved.
Appreciate
You're
that.
a good Irishman, too.
Thank you, buddy.
Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. It was cool. Brian came out as soon as we were finishing up the moment and said, "Where's my plaque?" We're going to go down to Atlanta and for him and Dale Murphy.
Kill two birds with one stone.
That's exactly right. Yeah, very cool honor. Eh? And if anybody has ever been to Foley's, if you haven't, I mean, there is so much baseball memorabilia at that place. It is a really neat place, and they have great burgers. They have the Hall of Fame in that area.
That Irish staple.
That's right.
Good old cheeseburger. Shepherd's pie burger, maybe.
It is a cool place, though. And I appreciate Sean and John both coming down and being part of it. I appreciate the Phillies allowing them the moment to do it. One ball and one strike to Bryce Harper. Acuna is under it. And he makes the catch, one out.
Hey, wait, you're keeping good company, huh? With Schnitker and Murph and
Tug McGraw.
Tug went in this year too?
No, he's been in the past. He's been in. Yeah. Tim McCarver.
Wow.
Here's Hoskins now the hitter. One to Reese here at the bottom of the seventh inning. 7-1 Atlanta.
Well, the ceremony went nicer than this game's going.
Ground ball foul, 1-2. You know, it's the fact that the Phillies are playing meaningful September games. You felt there was a little bit of a hype before the game today because the Braves were in town. They're kind of running away with the division, but still, there's still a lot to play for. Just a bummer to be down 7-1 here in the seventh inning. So Anthony continues to throw. That's a good sign. 1-2. Now the foul again. Remains 1-2 to Reese. Oh, nice grab.
That was a good grab.
Come cheer on the Phillies as they take on the Red Sox Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's a night game. Sunday is a 1:05 first pitch. They'll be giving that out right there, the W.B. Mason collectible truck. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. A line drive, one hopper right past Donaldson. And Reese is aboard. Corey Dickerson's coming up. The Delaware Valley Audi dealers. Give us a look at his home run his last time up. He would have gone out in only 2 ballparks. This one,
Yankee Stadium, I would think.
Yankee Stadium, Johnny, you're right.
Gave that one a base hit for Reese.
Up foul and out of play. 0-2 to Dickerson. Evans just shake it out of his arm. Dickerson strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Fultonevich. And here is Segura.
Sometimes that guys play tricks on you. They shake out their arm like, you know, I'm getting ready to throw one 150 miles an hour. They throw the old off-speed pitch on you.
Takes a strike. Ground ball to second. Albies is up with it. The 7th inning comes to a close for the Phils. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left. 7 of the books will go to the 8th. It's the Braves 7 and the Phillies 1.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact and then there's that.
Cespedes on the move, he's not going to get it. And it rolls off the side wall, and they're going to wave home Kendrick. The throw to the plate is there, and they got it. Are you kidding me? Wow.
And he swings and drives one left center field, deep. Hernandez back at the wall, goodbye. Home run, Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left, back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, it's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship. They win the World Series, 4 games to 1. Can you believe it?
1-0 looking for a fastball.
In the air, right center field. The first one in the Phillies uniform is a bomb into the second deck for Bryce Harper. The Phils lead it 7-4.
He flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3.
your local Chevrolet dealers. Well, the Fanatic is doing Fanatic kind of stuff on the dugout. But he should take Matt's camera. Time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game.
Adam Hazley slices one. You saw the great, you mentioned it, Tom, the great closing speed by Ronald Acuna Jr. Never took his eye off the ball, made a nice recovery. Made a heck of a play to rob Hazley of extra bases, and that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Edgar Garcia will take over for the Phillies, down 7-1. Dansby Swanson leads it off. Vic Pivetta went an inning. He allowed 3 runs on 2 hits. Swanson is 1 for 2. There's a strike, and it's 1-1.
Has he been 66 all year?
No, he was 41.
That's what I thought.
Charlie's 40. He had to go fishing for a new number, John.
Well, with all the guys on the IL and the 40-man call-ups, that might have been the only number available.
The pitch was at the top of the zone. John Tunpain thought it was out of the zone. He's had a tough night behind the plate. 3-1. And ball 4. Swanson walks for the second time. Acuna has scored 3 runs. He's going to wind up getting up again in this inning.
You don't think we can turn a double play?
Well, see, there you go. I should have thought about that. All right, so maybe he won't come out. Rafael Ortega, the hitter.
It's like Camargo in the on-deck circle, so pounding we gave Fulton-Evich, getting him out of the game.
0-1. What a 2. Nothing phasing that little lady right now.
She still believes.
Yes, sure. That's a great shot.
Look like she's playing bongos on the guy's head in front.
Does.
There's a double play, Tom.
Call, John. Way to be optimistic. 4-3 on the double play. Camargo's coming up. Calling all college students and recent grads, join the Phillies front office and special guests to learn more about the business of baseball at the Phillies #College Series, sponsored by the School of Sport, Tourism, and Hospitality Management at Temple University, Tuesday and Thursday. Sign up while space is still available. Go to Phillies.com/college series. Sean Newcomb in the bullpen. Looks like he's going to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. Got a piece of it. Two and two to Camargo. Remains 2-2 as he fouls that one. Phillies in their half of the 8th will have Hazley, Franco, and then a pinch hitter.
Has Grione had in that bat yet?
Has not.
Maybe it'd be a good time for him.
He's been up here working with Craig Driver, Bob Stumpo, Dusty, getting a crash course on just improving, his skill set behind the plate. Kid can certainly hit. He's been spending a lot of the time in the bullpen. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Camargo. Tried to check, but he went. And the inning is over. No Acuna here in the 8th inning. That's a good thing. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. Middle of the 8th, 7-1. Braves on top.
High fly ball out into center. Way out of here.
Oh, Margo, my goodness.
He's just keeping the ball away from Bohr the whole game. He wants to get it.
There, ball behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
9:49 now in Atlanta, 6:49 in Arizona, and a 2-2 to Perez. Swing and a miss, and Randy Johnson has thrown a perfect game.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David Bodie. And the Cubs have won the ball game.
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get down. He's in there.
Looking for hit number 1 from Franchi Cordero.
He's stuck it now. The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter.
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club.
Very nice, Jim Thome. Seattle Mariners.
It's at 6 p.m. only on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-1. Braves on top. Sean Newcomb will take over on the hill. First things first, though, Billy Hamilton is the new center fielder for Atlanta. And Ronald Acuna Jr. moves over to right field. So Matt Joyce gets the rest of the night off, John. I think they wanted to give Newcomb 2 innings here. That's why. check that. Newcomb will bat ninth. Well, they can still give him 2 innings.
3 if they want.
Yeah. Scott Kingery pinch hitting for Hazley. Hits it to shortstop. Swanson throws him out. 6-3. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. And here comes Sean Rodriguez to pinch hit for Franco. Corrella's out of the on-deck circle. Popped up foul out toward the Hall of Fame club. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. 2 outs and Corrella's coming up. Phillies are partnering with the Moore's Children's Health System for the 4th annual Childhood Cancer Awareness Night at Citizens Bank Park. Saturday versus the Boston Red Sox at 7:05. The exclusive hashtag Phillies Go Gold blanket will be given out if you purchase a theme night ticket. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights for more info. Corella takes outside. It's 1-0. Well, this is a dud, this game right now. The 1-0 pitch. 1-1. Swanson and a 1-2-3 8th inning. Phillies go quietly. Just 10 pitches for the Braves. We'll head to the 9th. 7-1 Atlanta.
Line drive back up the middle, base hit for Christian Yelich. Deep down the right field line and gone.
And Yelich comes through again.
It's a cycle for Christian Yelich.
The fans are on their feet. Now the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hitter.
Cespedes on the move. He's not going to get it. And it rolls off the side wall, and they're going to wave home Kendrick. The throw to the plate is there.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
they got it. Are you kidding me?
Wow. In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact, and then there's that.
Out on the run is Liriano, and he makes the catch. An amazing catch. Sails the throw back to first base, and this is in time on the fly from Ramon Liriano.
pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander has done it again. The second no-hitter in his young career.
Hitting. Austin Davis is the new pitcher for the Phillies. Clean-shaven Austin Davis. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Austin's numbers, 7.71 ERA up here in the big leagues. He had an excellent year down at AAA. Sean Rodriguez stays in to play third. Scott Kingery is in at center field. And here's Acuna. Cubs are in San Diego. They'll get underway in about a half hour. They lead the well, at least the Phillies by 2 in the wild card. Arizona is ahead of the Phillies and the Brewers. They're trailing the Mets now 3-1. That game's in the 8th inning. Milwaukee is leading Miami 4-1. Brian Snitker doesn't have to worry about such things. Call 96. Acuna is down looking. One down. And here's Albies.
Like the clean-shaven Austin Davis.
He was throwing the bullpen today, and we were watching it on the monitor. I was like, is that Austin? Yeah, because the Phillies had Jeff Singer here today and Aaron Brown, just to give the guys a chance to take some batting practice against lefties. I knew it wasn't Singer in his blonde hair, but I hadn't seen Aaron Brown since spring training. Line drive caught by Cesar, glove side, 2 outs. And here comes Freddie Freeman. There's Jeff Singer. She's blonde, I guess. More of a light brown.
Sandy blonde.
Yeah. Freddie has 3 hits tonight. Could have been. Wasn't though. 2-0. Two and 1. 2-2. By the way, we were correct the first time on the changes for the Braves.
You were correct.
Pitcher is batting 5th. Hamilton is batting 9th. To the right side, Cesar has it. Shallow right field. Nice play. 1-2-3 go the Braves at the top of the 9th inning. Atlanta goes down in order. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies trail at 7-1. Cesar will lead it off.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history. And building to this moment, world champions. 2 on, 2 out, 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10.
the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way back. It's gone! The grandest of all home runs.
Robinson good.
Yeah, early in the game, Ronald Acuna missed location by Aaron and wanted that fastball down and away. Got it middle in, and that man knows what to do with that one. And then Josh Donaldson, a breaking ball out over the plate. Drives one, a no-doubter to right field, a 3-run homer to basically put this game out of reach, 7-1. Those are W.B. Mason deliveries of the game.
Yeah, at that point, you still felt like there was a chance.
Yes.
Down 4-1, a real chance.
Yeah, look, they shored up their bullpen, but it's still not lockdown.
Right.
And, you know, if the game's 4-1, Brian Snitker might have to manage Foltynewicz differently. Once it got 7-1, you get someone on, you can leave him in there.
Cesar fouls it. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Josh Tomlin, the right-hander. Newcomb went 1 scoreless for the Braves. That one's gone. Wow. Good swing by Cesar. Off the facing of the second deck scoreboard, and it rolled around. It's a 7-2 game. 10 home runs for Cesar. Don't give that bats away.
Never. That is a pretty swing right there. And a powerful swing up there right above his name.
Mm-hmm. JT takes strike 1.
You want that phone to ring down in that bullpen one more time. There we go.
Base hit to left field for JT. He's hit it 6 straight. Now Bryce Harper. Bryce is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and flied out to center field.
Think he might bunt. Lead base runners. Donaldson is over, but he's not in at all.
He did it a couple times on the road trip where he showed bunt and got a hit one time.
Surprised with Bryce up that Freddie's holding him on. 7-2. You need outs, right?
Yeah.
Anything hard hit, if it's not at him, it's going to go by him.
That was a slow curve, 77 miles an hour. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Harper. Lays off that curve this time. It's 2-1. With those 3 runs in the 7th inning, huge right now for the Braves. A home run by Donaldson.
Yeah, but if it was 4-1, Tomlin wouldn't be in this one.
Well, that's true.
Not that he's not capable, it's just he is not going to be the. That would have been the young man.
Yeah, it could have been Lanson, could have been Green. Jackson. Lanson's been good though for you. He has 9 saves. High ERA, but 9 saves. 3-2 to Harper. With a runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. Out to left field. Ortega going back. He's got room toward the corner. Makes the catch. 1 away. Reese coming up. Reese is 1 for 3.
Run lead. You're gonna hold him on.
He's working on some things.
Yeah. What? We don't know, but something.
High bouncer left side. Donaldson to second for 1. Albies to first. Not in time. 2 outs. I thought he said he didn't have a handle on it. So here's Dickerson with 2 outs and a runner at first. Tomorrow, the Phillies will have Jason Vargas against Max Fried, 2 very different left-handers. Hard-throwing Fried for the Braves. Jason Vargas. His fastball is at 83 miles an hour. 7 o'clock on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Dickerson hit his 10th home run of the season. At bat in the 5th inning, he's 1 for 3. Freeman not holding Hoskins on. It's 0-1. Shaking out that arm again. Again, it's not his hand, it's his elbow. Ian Murph.
Might have to go to the doctor tomorrow together. I'm sure Murph will make Corey drive.
That might be in Corey's best interest. 0-1 to Dickerson. Inside. 1-1. That one's golfed out to center. And Billy Hamilton tracks it down. The Braves have taken game 1 by a final score of 7-2. Phillies did get a run of the 9th inning on a home run by Cesar Hernandez, but they didn't really have a whole lot going this evening. Acuna did. He led off the game with a home run. Josh Donaldson's 3-run home run basically put this game away. It was a 4-1 game at that point, but that put the game away. And the Braves win it 7-2. They lead the season series 7 games to 6. Time now.